Good morning, Pune. This is Vandana from National HRD Network. I'm the chapter manager, and we have with us Pallavi Sankhe. She is a skilled trainer known for her innate talent in weaving storytelling and humor in her training sessions. We welcome you, Pallavi. Pallavi is doing a workshop with us on October 9th from 4 to 6:30 p.m. It's a 2.5 hour workshop. We request all the participants who are interested to learn and understand about POSH, please do join. The link is attached in the comments. We have a question for Pallavi today, and this question answer session will continue even for tomorrow. And for those of you who would like to put some questions for Pallavi, you all are welcome to put your questions in the comment box, and we'll come back with the answers tomorrow morning once again, same time. So the question for today, Pallavi, is what are the key compliance practices organizations should follow for POSH? And what common mistakes do they often make?
Good morning, Vandana, and good morning, Pune. Thanks for inviting me, Vandana. And let me start with complimenting NHRDN Pune chapter. The trailblazer in DEI space and doing some absolutely fabulous work in this space. So let's come to your question. I believe the first part of the question was that what are the key compliance practices organizations should follow for POSH, right?
Right.
So if you look at the key framework or rather the compliance framework that the organization should follow, there are certain key points. One would be constitution of the internal committee. When I mean constitution of the internal committee, it has to be for if you have more than 10 members at any location, then each location needs to have an internal committee. Secondly, would be formulation of internal POSH policy, and also circulation of that policy amongst the employees. Thirdly, and one of the most important parts, that because it is the backbone of prevention and prohibition, would be organizing workshops, awareness sessions, and gender sensitization programs. And lastly, where usually the most people have this on their radar the most, is submitting reports under the POSH Act. So the reports would be annual report, of course, which are there due by January 31st, and disclosure in director's report. That would be around October 31st now. So this sort of takes care of the compliance. And now I believe the second question was common mistakes that organization often make. If you look at the very common mistakes, first thing that leaps to my mind is that usually organizations, they look at this POSH compliance, through the lens of only compliance. They don't take into account the business case for proper POSH implementation. Yeah. So what I would like to say, enhance your brand. It really enhances your brand value as it signals to clients, employees, and society that the organization values respect, safety, and equality. Essentially, you're also able to attract and retain talent, right? And another mistake would be non-involvement of top management. Usually, it is the HR which is greatly invested. They are running from pillar to post, and for top management, it is usually tick in the box activity. Many times they don't even attend the sessions, and even if they do, what I have observed is that the focus is on false case scenarios. So the CEOs and the CXOs, they must set right values and context by emphasizing the importance of compliance. Give an example. Just this Friday, we had an online awareness session for a retail chain, and all the CXOs were attending the session along with the other employees. And what we sensed, 5 minutes into the session was that the employees were not interacting. The ice breaking was not melting the ice. And I sort of realized the issue, and I realized that the presence of CXOs might have been the issue, and I pinged them. They immediately, took the things in their hands, and they shared their experiences. And they also reiterated that this is a safe space, and they wanted employees to speak out, to discuss, to ask questions. And then the atmosphere changed in the session. So that this engagement of top management is, I feel, is vital for POSH compliance. And then I also feel that ICs, the internal committees are not sufficiently trained. Internal committees need to be properly trained. In fact, we recently conducted a poll, and it made us aware that only 40 to 50% organizations train their ICs regularly. Most of them do it maybe once in 3 years, because the tenure of IC is 3 years, and that too they may have a 4 hour session. But to properly train an IC, you need a whole day session, many times even 2 day sessions. So the training programs essentially should focus on understanding the legal framework, unconscious bias are the important part, investigative techniques, and also how to maintain confidentiality, during the entire process. So this is one thing that comes to my mind. Also, another would be this is especially with the SME clients. They actually feel that there's no need to file annual report, very simply because there have been no cases. So just understand that even if you have nil cases, 0 cases, you still need to file that annual report. So, as of now, this is what is coming to my mind. This is what we usually encounter. Another thing that I would like to share is, many times when we visit organizations for the first time or as a part of POSH audit, we realize that POSH posters are not there prominently. See, when the reception should have a POSH poster, many times they feel that it sort of reduces the aesthetics of the place. What I would like to tell them is, how is it that the clients who are visiting your workplace, the consultants who are visiting the workplace, how is it that they are going to know whom to report to, whom to file? They want to know about the internal committee. Just keep this in mind that the POSH posters are a very important part of prevention and prohibition. I think that sort of takes care of the entire gamut of mistakes. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pallavi. That was quite an insightful talk. And I'm sure all the organizations will have a safe workplace culture. And this is once again to inform you all that this is an online session. You are all welcome to join. Yes, this is being conducted by Pune chapter. So we will wait for your questions to come in. And let's meet again tomorrow morning at the same time.
Just looking forward.
Sure. Thank you so much, Vandana. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye-bye.